Hello and welcome to the Conversation Cafe. My name is Beth Turner. I'm a communication coach for young people, and this is where I come to share top tips and techniques with young people just like you, so that you can feel really confident communicating in a whole host of everyday situations. Now, I've done some videos recently about questions as a topic. There was a video about how I would encourage you to see questions in conversation as an opportunity and not a threat, because we all know that questions are a way of showing interest in the person that we're speaking to or the topic that they are speaking about. And also we ask questions to gain clarity and understanding about something or somebody. I've also done a recent video about what to do when you are asked a question you didn't expect and how to respond in the moment when your mind goes blank and you don't know what to say. But today's video is the third in that set. And what I want to do is show you how to prepare for a conversation using questions, because it's dead simple. So anything that you feel confident about, the chances are you've practiced it, whether it is a sport that you play, whether it's a spelling test that you've learnt the words for, or maybe even a dance exam that you've rehearsed a routine for. When you feel confident in something, it's because you've practiced it, and communication is no different. Now, sometimes you might find yourself in a situation where you're going to be having a conversation with someone that you maybe haven't seen for a while. Perhaps you are going to a family gathering and you are going to be reunited with some cousins that you haven't seen for a long time. And you're hoping that the conversation won't dry up and that you won't run out of things to talk about. Or perhaps you know that you're going to have a car journey with somebody who's a new friend from a new sports club that you've just joined, and you're traveling to a game or a match or an event together, and you don't really know each other that well. So you're hoping that you can find things to talk about for the entire car journey. There's a technique that I use to prepare for these conversations, and it's something that I call the question web. Okay, so this is what the question web looks like. Now, it's really simple to use. It just takes a few minutes to prepare. And once you get used to using it, you can start to prepare for it in your mind. You don't even need to prepare with a pen and paper. But let me explain how to use it. All you do, really simply, you put the person that you're going to be having that conversation with, that cousin or that new friend from the sports club, in the middle of the conversation web. And then you ask yourself questions in 5 areas around the outside. So ask yourself the questions of who is important to the person that you're speaking to. Write down the names of their brothers and sisters, their parents, their best friend, their pets, anything that you can remember about who is important in the life of the person you're going to be speaking to. Because don't forget, when you remember details about someone else, it tells them that they are important in your world. And there's nothing that someone likes more than to feel important to someone else. Now, the second set of questions that you can prepare are around the hobbies or interests of the person that you're going to be speaking to. Do you know anything about their favorite sport, their favorite after school activity, their favorite television program, their favorite film, anything like that that you can remember? If you can, write it down, and you'll find that that's a whole topic of conversation that you can have on that car journey or that family gathering. And then thirdly, what life events or changes have happened in this person's life recently? Have they moved house? Have they just started a new school? Have they just got a new pet? If you just think about them for a moment and anything that's happening in their life, that will give you a whole new topic of conversation. And then fourthly, you could think about, do they currently have a job? Maybe it's a little part-time job. Maybe they've just started working for the first time, or maybe they've always wanted to go into the army or run their own business. That gives you another topic of conversation that you can cover. And then lastly, what memories have you got of this person? So if it's a new friend, you might not have any new memories. But if it's a cousin, you might remember a New Year's Eve party that you all had as a family where you played hide and seek and nobody could find the person that you're having this conversation with and they won. You might remember going on a holiday together and some activities that you did there. Or you might remember the last time you saw them, they had broken their leg. It could be anything. But if you start to prepare for the conversation you're about to have with these 5 topics, you'll realize 2 things. One, you'll realize how much you already know about this person, and that should give you confidence to relax in the conversation you're about to have with them. But secondly, if you can't answer these questions, you don't know if they've got any pets, or you don't know what career they'd like to follow or whether they're working at the moment, then that will give you confidence that those are questions that you can ask them for the first time when you see them. So the question web is a great way of preparing to have a conversation. And when you use it, and the art of asking great questions, always open questions. There's a whole nother video on the art of asking open questions. You should find that your confidence increases and you really do enjoy the interactions that you have, especially when they're with people you haven't seen for a little while. Okay, that's everything I wanted to share with you in this video. If you've enjoyed it, let somebody else know it exists. If not, let me know why not in the comments below and I will help you a different way. Thank you so much for joining me in the Conversation Cafe. I'll see you back here soon.